Hi, I'm Heather Paterson, and my pronouns are she, her. I live in Rotherham in the UK. I've worked and campaigned in the LGBTQ plus sector for the past 26 years now. I started out as LGB officer at Hallam University and working as a youth worker for the Sheffield LGB Youth Initiative. I was very proud to be one of the co-founders of the first ever Pride event in Sheffield, and I went on to chair the LGBT plus hub of Sheffield's Equality Hub Network. And more recently, I was chief exec of Say It, Sheffield's LGBTQ plus youth charity. Uh, I've been involved in numerous campaigns over the years to advance LGBT rights and equality, and I co-founded the Sheffield Against Hate campaign group, campaigning against hate speech in the city. And I've worked with running events and creating spaces where we can celebrate our identities and fundraise to support queer causes. Um, I now work as head of partnerships for Consortium, working to create a stronger and more sustainable LGBT plus sector here in the UK. I'm also chair of an organisation called Proud Changemakers, who work to amplify queer voices and improve LGBT plus inclusion in civil society. I write a regular LGBT plus column for Expose magazine, and I recently published a chapter on supporting neurodiverse LGBTQ plus young people in educational settings as part of a book on relational practice. Uh, I spend more time online than is probably healthy, and use my platforms to amplify marginalised voices and to challenge misinformation and to campaign against hate and discrimination. I started doing this work because I knew what it felt like to grow up without the support and visibility or safety that so many of us needed, and I wanted to change that. Not just for individuals, but by helping to shift systems. Personally, this work is deeply tied to my own survival and sense of purpose. Being a working class queer woman, navigating intersecting marginalizations has taught me that visibility without power isn't enough. We need both. And what I've been able to achieve so far has only been possible because of collective efforts and community solidarity. I'm so proud of the spaces that we've carved out, the voices that we've uplifted, and the policies that we've helped shift. But I know that that work is far from done. In the future, I want to see a sector and a world where grassroots queer voices are not just heard, but are resourced and empowered. My hope is to leave behind structures that centre care, equity, and lived experience, not just visibility. Uh, to other aspiring queer leaders, you don't need to be perfect to lead. Start where you are, build from your values, and find people who will lift you up as you lift up others. Create the spaces that you once needed and protect them fiercely. You belong in the room. Don't wait for permission to take up space.